treat away your problems, how to get rid of them. Remember, we did some on treatment. I want to do more on treatment, and treatment is what Dr. Ernest Holmes, in his Science of Mind, which is learning the science of how the mind operates, who we are. He researched many different philosophies and religions to find out what were the main teachings that all of them had in common. What was like, so I'll tell you, one I did, they had in common was the holy names of God. That was or the goddess. Yeah, it was always the name somehow, the sound of it, or the vibration of it. And that brings me back then to the sounds of this, light and sound display here. And that, so treat away your problems. And treatment, he came up with 5 steps of treatment. And what it meant was a treatment as a medicine to heal yourself of the dis-ease, lack of comfort, the problem, the situation, this. And see, people have all kinds of reasons and excuses why everything's going on and why it's this and that. And they always want to blame something on the outside. Well, yes, because our people can inject things into your physical body, or what's going on almost all of the time is this hypnotic trance of duality that keeps us focused always on the outside, and therefore allowing outer situations then to control our emotions. And as according to the Vedas, our nature, Satchitananda Vigraha, means we're made of our nature, and not the totality, but our nature is consciousness, eternity, consciousness, bliss, and a form that we express through, because we have a spiritual body. And that spiritual body is a beautiful body, and it's not a light body, it emanates light, you see. You have to define, you have to discern, and a lot of discernment are subtleties and of what you're saying and what you're speaking. So to treatment them is what I use to convince myself of the absolute truth that always is. And there is no second power, power for evil. There's only one power for good. And you would go, I know there is only one power. That means you're not giving power to some alien force to you. You're not giving power to someone else to pull your strings or jerk you around. You're not giving power to anyone or anything outside of the divine that we all have in common as living entities, including animals, and as souls. So eternity, consciousness, and bliss. So the first step, know there's only one power, and second, know that power I have, and that is who I am. And then the third step is when you speak the truth. And as said, if you wanted a relationship, you would speak the truth about it, that there is only one relationship, and that is the relationship I have with my source, my God within. And affirming and knowing who you are, and then affirming that obviously that they say there's about 7,000 mates you could have in the world somehow that would be really good partner with you. That's quite a few, that's okay. But you got to be a partner with yourself, because otherwise, if you think something's missing, and so most people, they're praying because they think something's missing. They're trying to affirm something because they think if they affirm it, they will make it happen. No, you want to get as Emerson said, the American philosopher, get your bloated nothingness out of the way. That means get rid of your excuses and your reasons and all of this that you have given to the situation to make it real and solid, and that's the way it is. So treatment them, and how you can have constant treatment in your life. So that, because I had one of my students in my Grand Master program we were talking about, and he said, well, how do I get, he says, what do you do? It says, do I have to just keep being conscious and alert? And I said, absolutely. You have to be vigilant. And what it means is, I'll tell you why it's so great to be a teacher. a teacher of spiritual knowledge, and a mentor and a counselor, a guide, facilitator, that of this knowledge that I was seeking my entire life. And what I share with is what I have found, and those resources, that because everyone has to really do your own research. You have to understand for yourself. But when I was talking with him, yes, you've got to control your mind. Don't let it be controlling you. Know the experience through your meditation, your breathing exercise, what you need to do to be centered in yourself, and the mind quiet. See, most people don't know how to quiet the mind. The mind is controlling them. If you can't control your mind, that machine or that thing is controlling you, because you don't need a mind. You are divine. You are all-knowing. You are wisdom itself, because that's what you're part of. And see, I'm treating right now because I'm talking to you of truth. And what we want to do is eliminate doubt. Not doubt about this situation or that. No, I meant self-doubt. And self-doubt has nothing to do with the thinking process. It's everything about the knowing situation. So when you treat yourself when you tell the truth about something, the problem goes away, because you're not creating the problem any longer. You're not giving your power to it, but you have to agree with the treatment for it to work. And what people do is they're disagreeing with wholeness. They're disagreeing with who they really are. Oh, that's not possible. Oh, how could you be like that? All these beliefs. What would my mother say? What would my father? Everything's held in place by people basically policing on themselves and each other to make sure we all conform and we all stay this ignorant mass of the blob, and then screaming and yelling on the ride that they're generating. So, hey, treat it. That means know the truth, and then let go and let God, and be grateful. More later.